Good evening, family. It's Priscilla. I wanted to get on here and just to share the good news of the Father, the man, the one and only who I serve, and it's a pleasure and an honor um, to call him my daddy. Um, I'm so excited for today. He is definitely in the healing business. He is definitely in the season of healing hearts. Um, he is definitely healing. His word says that he heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. So I don't know about you, but he has healed plenty of wounds in my heart. He and he didn't do it all at once. It was as the years progressed, as the years went by, he had, he started to show me certain things of what he wanted to heal me from, and gradually he started doing that. And the more that I opened up my heart to him, the more that I stepped in faith and trusting him to do it. Because believe me, guys, I had some serious, and I till this day I have trust issues um, with people. I don't let just anybody into my circle, and that's because of how and what I have gone through in my past. Um, but I wanted to share how amazing he is and the one that I serve, and I have no regrets when I tell you I'm not talking about someone of what I've heard. I'm talking about someone I know. And there's a huge difference is when you know that you know. Um, for the past couple of months and years, um, he's always grabbed my attention with hearts. Some of you already know, some that don't. Um, and I have shared them all in my phone. I printed them out, and I'm going to share these images with you tonight on tonight's video. But before I do, the image that of what he gave me was um, he gave me an image of a heart, an actual human heart, and in the human heart, um, he has allowed me to see all the arrows that the enemy has hit me with through my childhood to my teen till as an adult now. um, and it's various things that the enemy had tried to keep me bound up in those lies. And he's hit me with the rejection, he's hit me with the molestation, he has hit me with the betrayal, he has hit me. And as each thing that God had showed me that the enemy was hitting me with, God was also had a blessing attached to it. So an example that I can give you is that he hit me with the rejection, he hit me with the guilt, he hit me with the shame, and God did and had a complete opposite of what the enemy was doing. And looking at the years back till now, I wouldn't change anything. As much as it hurt me, as much as it pulled me and brought me down in those different times and seasons of my life, I would not change nothing. I would leave it just as is. Why? Because it has made me the person who I am today. It has made me the person who I am today. I would not change anything. Um, he's faithful. He's faithful. He's a man of his word. His word never fails. And as he showed me this image of the heart and the arrows piercing my heart, like I said, he attached a blessing to it. And he also gave me his word. So what the enemy meant for evil, God is going to turn it around for good. No matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like, God will always turn it around for you. Do you hear me? He is faithful. And he gave me his word. It's in Psalms 21:11-13. He says, "We will watch them fall, for these are the ones who plan their evil schemes against the Lord. They will turn and run at the sight of your judgment arrow aimed straight at their hearts. Rise up and put your might on display. By your strength, we will sing and praise your glorious power." Do you hear me? God is in the healing business. God is all about restoring that pain, that mess into a message. If you would have told me this years ago as a child, that God was going to use you, that God was going to lift you up, that God was going to bring you up higher, that God was going to use your pain, he was going to use that mess into a message, I would have never believed it. He's faithful. He's faithful. He is so faithful that he gave me that image and he gave me the word to back it up. I didn't know what he was trying to tell me, but he said, and he started going into depth, into detail. My daddy is all about detail. He is about strategic planning. He's about, getting things in order for his timing, his purpose, and his glory. And that's what he's doing. That is what he's doing at this time and at this moment. Is that everything that the enemy thought that he won or he thought that he took away from me? No. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. So as I shared with you guys, the hearts, throughout the years, throughout different seasons of my life, God has always, he's always given me a heart. It can be through my bag of chips when I'm eating lunch. It can be walking through, down the sidewalk, and engraved is a heart. In the clouds, there is a shape of a heart. That's just how awesome he is. And I'm asking him, and I told him, God, well, why do you always, because like I said, my daddy's intentional. He is so intentional and all about the details. And I love that about him. But I asked him, I said, well, why do you do that? I mean, I love him and I get excited about it. And there's one image that I'm going to show you that blew my mind. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But I told him, I said, well, why do you always do it in the form of food? Like I said, he's always into the details. And he says, well, when you're eating something and it tastes good, there's no denying that it's good. When you taste, when there's flavor in it, and when you're chewing on it, there is no denying the goodness of that food that you're eating, right? That favorite food that you're eating. The same way with God. When he gives you something, he gives you something so good that there's no denying that he's good and that he's God. And he'll do whatever he pleases. And so I was amazed and blown away. So the one that really got me was, there was one evening I was cooking for dinner, and I was going through it, and God seems to do these and gives these images of the hearts. I want to say images because they're actual. Like I said, it could be a chip. It's mainly in the chips. It's an onion ring I had for lunch, that he gives them to me in hearts. And the one that blew my mind, and it so happens that he does it when I'm going through something difficult, in a difficult season. But it's just those little things, those little love expressions that he will do to me and will share with me and says, I know. Keep going. Be persistent. Be consistent. I'm here with you. I'm holding on. It doesn't matter how dark it looks like. It doesn't matter how dark it feels like. I'm with you. I love you. And he gives us those special gifts. My gifts, the gifts that he gives me may not be the same gifts that he gives you, but whatever he gives, it's good. Whatever he does is good. It's lovable. And coming from someone who didn't grow up with a father, that means so much to me. It gets to me every time. It gets me to be thankful and grateful that he knows. He knows what's being done. He knows what's being said behind closed doors. That doesn't matter. I am his. I belong to him. I report to him. I pray and I honor him for what he's brought me out of. Because it was only him. Nothing and no one here on this earth did it but him. And he gets all the honor and all the glory. So, back to when I was cooking and I was preparing for dinner. I was going through it and I cut into the tomato. And when I cut in half the tomato, there was the heart. So, here is... I hope you guys can see this. But here's the tomato. And there's the heart. Can you see that? And then there's another one up here in the top. But there's no denying that. That's supernatural. Here's one day when I was walking down the sidewalk. Try to blow these up for you guys so that you can see. Like I said, he does that. Here is in the bread. Here is another one in the bread. And I didn't... It's just how it popped up. Pulled it out of the bag. And there you go. Here is the one in the sky. He's awesome. Like, I'm excited about sharing the good news. I'm excited about this new journey that I'm on with him. Here is another one. The onion ring, y'all. Come on. This is one that I was warming up for my husband. And when I rolled it up, ta-da! That's the dad. That's the man I serve right there who does these type of thing, okay? This is the type of God I serve. Reminding me, daughter, come on. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what it feels like. I love you. I'm here. I'm watching. I'm fighting. Because sometimes we feel like God's not listening. God's not answering. Oh, no, yes, he is. Here's one in the chip bag. Like I said, I try to blow them up as much as possible so you guys can see. Here's, I was driving down the freeway and one of my friends sent me this on the building, a heart. He actually sent me this one when I was talking about the onion ring that I had for lunch that day. And here's the last but not least. Here's the last but not least, but here's the one with the other ruffle chip bag. He's awesome, y'all. He's a man of his word, and he's faithful, and he will never leave you or forsake you. Okay, that's the type of person I serve. That's the type of person that I talk to every day because I need him. Because this world here has nothing to offer you or I but despair, but pain, but rejection, but hurt, but failure, but disappointment. But I'm here to tell you that there is someone who is there that will hear you, that will hear your cries, that will back you up, that will confirm what he's telling you is true, that to confirm what he's showing you is in his word. So I'm here to encourage you, beloved, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like, God is on your side. Now, the question is, are you calling on him? Are you crying out to him? Is he even your father? Is he even someone that you have that relationship with, that communicate, that daily communication? I'm not talking about on Easter or Christmas or once or twice a year. I'm talking about a daily relationship with him. I'm talking about a daily communication with him, because we are spiritual beings and we need spiritual food. What is our spiritual food? What is it that we need? We need this word. We need that gasoline to fuel us up, to fill us up. The promises, the truth of what he thinks about us and what he says about us. Not what the world thinks or says, because believe me, the world is going to talk. The world is going to say. It doesn't matter. And they're going to talk about me. Me being on here, me stepping out in faith, me sharing the journey of what he has taught me. Oh, I know. He already told me there were going to be people that were going to come against me. They're going to talk. That's okay. That's okay. Why? And I don't care if they do. Why? Because they didn't brought me out of where I was at. They didn't pull me out of darkness. They didn't save me. They didn't heal me. They didn't love me, but he did. He met me where I was at. And for that, I'll forever be grateful for. For that, there's no going back. No, no, no. I will serve him to the day I die. Because he's that good. So I encourage you, friends, let me know. Is there anything that I could pray for you for? Is there anything that you want to share with me that God has healed you or you need some healing? Go ahead and comment, like, and share below and let me know your thoughts. Let me know what's going on with you. And until the next one, again, I am Priscilla Perez. I love you guys.